Welcome to the 5th episode in the series British Political Terms that Baffle the Rest of the World. In this series we explain the unique UK political terms and discuss the British political system.
This time we focus on Downing Street, London and who lives there. This topic was suggested by my dad John from the YouTube channel John Atkins Lost Norwich. Thank you very much for the suggestion, Dad.
Downing Street is a street in the city of Westminster in London, and it is the home to some of the most important political figures in the United Kingdom.
Downing Street was named after Sir George Downing, a diplomat and politician who had lived in the area since the late 17th century.
Over time it became an important political centre due to its proximity to the government offices on Whitehall.
There are now 4 houses on Downing Street, numbers 9, 10, 11 and 12. Numbers 1 to 8 were demolished in the 19th century.
Number 10 Downing Street is perhaps the most well-known address on the street, as it's the official residence of the office of the British Prime Minister. The current Prime Minister is Rishi Sunak. He resides in the flat which occupies the 3rd floor.
10 Downing Street houses the UK Cabinet Room, in which cabinet meetings take place, chaired by the Prime Minister. It also houses the Prime Minister's Executive Office, which deals with government logistics and diplomacy. It is also the place where the Prime Minister entertains guests, from His Majesty the King to the President of the United States and other world leaders. The Prime Minister hosts countless receptions and charitable events for a whole range of British and overseas guests.
The building is much larger than it appears from its frontage, and it actually has about 100 rooms. The hall with its checkered floor leads onto a warren of rooms and staircases.
Number 10 has spread itself out to the left of the front door and has taken over much of number 12 Downing Street. Number 12 is accessed through a corridor that runs through number 11 Downing Street, which is the official residence of the Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Some previous Prime Ministers, including Boris Johnson, elected to live in number 11 because the 4-bedroom flat there is bigger than the one at number 10.
It is also the official residence of the Chief Mouser, better known as Larry the Cat. Larry the Cat has lived at number 10 since 2011, after being recruited from Battersea Dogs and Cats Home. Larry is cared for by Downing Street staff and is not the personal property of the Prime Minister.
Number 11 Downing Street is located next door to number 10, and it is the official residence of the Chancellor of the Exchequer, who is responsible for the UK's finances. The current incumbent, Jeremy Hunt, is a senior minister and head of His Majesty's Treasury. As one of the 4 great officers of the state, the Chancellor is a high-ranking member of the British Cabinet.
Number 12 Downing Street is also located on the street and is used for government offices and meetings. The offices of the Prime Minister in 10 Downing Street have spread into number 12 Downing Street, as we mentioned before, connected by a corridor which runs through number 11 Downing Street. Under the current government, the building is being used to house the Prime Minister's press office and strategic communications unit. Historically, the house was used as the office of the Chief Whip.
Number 9 Downing Street is the Chief Whip's office, who is responsible for ensuring that members of Parliament vote in line with their party's position. Number 9 Downing Street hosts the media briefing room that the government spent £2.6 million on renovating.
It is the room where Allegra Stratton, then the Prime Minister's press secretary, infamously gave a mock TV briefing in which she joked about a Downing Street Christmas party on a Friday night in the middle of lockdown.
Overall, Downing Street is a hub of political activity in the UK. The addresses on Downing Street are the home to some of the most influential and powerful people in the country.
Please let us know of any other British political terms that you'd like explained by the Brit Girls. That's us.
Ta-da! Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to us on YouTube.